order for the kingdom of God to grow is that we have to learn what to do with our money. And so he wants us to be good stewards of it. And so he has just blessed me. And so I believe in blessing those that that I come in contact with.
All right.
Amazing.
Awesome. So my thing is, how did you get off into that field of being a coach?
Okay. Yeah, good question.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I actually just grew up in a I grew up in Baltimore County, and when I grew up in Baltimore County, it didn't
Okay.
look like it looks today, where there's a lot of people that look like myself.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, it was predominantly Caucasian, and so a
Mm-hmm.
lot of my friends, their parents had businesses. And so I was just struck by, their growing up in their environment and how their parents were able to do things that my parents weren't able to do because they had to work a job, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so their parents had businesses. And so as a young child, that attracted
Mm-hmm.
me. And so I decided one day I'm going to have my own business, right? And I'm going to live the life like they're living, right? And
Right.
so that struck a chord in me as a young child. And so when I got to high school, I took a lot of business courses. And from that,
Okay.
I decided to go to college, where I'm a graduate of the oldest
No.
HBCU in Maryland, Bowie State University. And so I decided to major in business. Now, mind you, at that time, I thought that in order for me to have my own business, I
Mm.
had to have a degree in
Yes.
business. Of course,
Yeah.
today I know that's not the case, but back
Mhm.
then, that's what I thought. And so from that, I decided to get in the field of business, got my bachelor's in business, started my own business, and
All right now.
doing selling jewelry, and then from there, I was working in corporate America, but on the side, I was doing my business. And then it got to a point where one day I gave a friend of mine who was in finance an appointment. I knew he
Oh.
was doing very well. And here it is. I had all these things like 401k. I had insurances, a mortgage. And I
Mm.
thought I was doing good, y'all. I thought, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm good. He's coming, but I'm good, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
realized that I wasn't as good as I thought I was. So when he
Uh-huh.
started asking me questions
Oh,
about my
Jesus.
401k
Oh,
statement and how does it work and what does this mean, honestly, I could not answer.
oh my
And
goodness.
so
Mm-hmm.
I learned that day to humble myself and realize and
Yeah.
learn from him. And that's what I did. And so by me learning the information from him,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
decided if I don't know this having a college degree, I know
Wow.
my friends and family don't know this. And it's not right that we continue to get taken advantage of because of our lack of knowledge. And so
Mm-hmm.
I decided I want to do this so that I can empower and educate the people I love so they can get the same information I got. And so that is what got me into the field of finance. And I love to learn how money grows. So that's how I got here. And ironically, today is celebrating this ironic 22 years of me
All
being in
right.
business for myself.
Woo!
It's a special day today.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yes, and Miss Kimberly Lane. When I saw this, I wanted to ask you this question. What inspired you to be the founder of GWAF Girls Want to Have
Oh,
Funds?
Yes.
Not fun, but
Yes.
funds.
So as I shared, I love to empower. I know
mhm.
Yeah.
that my purpose is to help people. And
Yes.
so women just have a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We go through so many things, right? And
Yes.
so
Absolutely.
as women, I just believe that a lot of women are out there that are single moms. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of women, even though they may be married, they're leading the household, right? And so I realized that they are working so hard for the money that they have to learn how to make money work for them. And
Yeah.
a lot of them are making decisions based on ignorance, not meaning they're
Mm.
stupid, but just
Mhm.
they just don't know. And so I just decided, God, not me, but God put in my spirit to start a women's group. And so I teach, I do a lot of seminars for churches over my last 22 years. I do a lot of things with the school system. So I do a lot of seminars out in, in the community, but he placed on my heart to start a women's group in teaching financial literacy. And so
Mm.
it is, so we have so much fun at these events. So so I started that because I do know girls want to have funds, right? So
Yeah, fun.
anyhow,
Uh-huh.
so I just thought it was a catchy phrase to be able to, get women together and start teaching them about money in a fun way. We dance,
Mm.
we have food, and I do these seminars for free, so I
Mm.
don't even charge for them to come, because that's how important it is to me to be able to make a difference in the lives of my sisters. So that's basically how I got to, starting Girls Want to Have Funds, which will
Right.
be having
I
our
like that.
kickoff this March the 8th this year. We'll be having March the 8th will be our kickoff for 2025. So come and join us.
All right
Woo!
now.
Woo! Yes! I want to have some fun.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Ms. Lane, in the industry, how did you maneuver or weed through all of the, what do you want to say, um, the pressure of being a woman to get into that industry?
I will be very honest. The finance industry is definitely male dominant, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had to, when I got into the field, basically the office that I was affiliated with was predominantly all men.
Mhm.
So me, being the person I am, and not scared to, speak my mind, because I'm all about the girl power, right? And so I felt like I'm going to be able to, make a difference and pave the way. I considered and put the title on my back as
All right.
the modern day Harriet Tubman, right? Where I was going to come and I was going to make a difference. And so, one of the things in this industry, how you pave your way, is you
Mm.
produce, you do what they do, right? And when you do
Right.
what they do, they have no other way but to respect you,
Mhm.
and you
Mhm.
earn your respect. So it's not
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
given, it's
Absolutely.
earned. And so that's what I did. So my first year of business, I broke all kind of records in the state of Maryland in my company. And, I was able to, get their attention and also gain their respect. And by doing that, I was able to pave the way for other women to
All
come
right.
and do this business and be successful with it as well.
All right. Awesome.
Yes, and
Mm.
Miss Kimberly Lane, how
Why
do
you
you?
gotta call her whole
I
name?
know it just sounds so nice when you say Kimberly Lane. You know, you
Mm.
get it? Stay in your lane.
Lord.
You get it? I'm not sorry.
I got
I
it.
got the
I get
giggles
that a
tonight.
lot.
Yes, how do you break the chains of financial bondage?
Mm.
So that actually is one of the seminars that I do for a lot of the churches, breaking the chains of financial bondage. And so basically what I'm doing is just teaching financial concepts that
Mhm.
and make it plain, right?
Right.
Just
Right.
making it simple, because a lot of times when people hear about finance, they just cringe, or they get
Yeah.
so anxious and intimidated. And it's
Mhm.
nothing really to get intimidated. But a lot of people think it's math. It's not math, right? If it was math, I wouldn't do it, because I was not a good math student, right? But it's not those things. And so what I do is just teach basic financial concepts that they can
Mhm.
apply to their everyday life budget everything that makes sense, because it's nothing hard in learning about these things or these concepts. It's just someone needs to share it and teach it on a level that everyone can understand. Because I will be very honest, in this industry, you have a lot of professionals that use a lot of big terms and
Yes.
fancy words that make people feel intimidated. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, in our race, a lot of times we may not understand, but we're not going to ask questions. We won't let them know that we don't know it because we feel like we don't want to look incompetent, like we don't know. But if you don't know, you need to ask questions. And so basically, I ask, answer any questions they have. But I think the key point in how I do that is just sharing and teaching them simple concepts that they can relate to, and that when they leave, they can apply to their lives and make their financial situations better.
Mm. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yes, because growing up, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. When you see your family and you know it's a generational curses of, like, the finance part, and even though when you're
Mm.
growing up, you just think it's a thing that you just go through. But as I
Yep.
got older, I knew it was some generational curses going on, and not only being a woman of God, but I had to learn at an older age how to
Mm.
handle and manage my money,
Yeah.
which how it's important to manage your money and just to make sure you have everything in order before the
Mhm.
tax people come and get it.
Mhm. That's the truth.
Oh my
That is the truth.
God.
That is definitely the
Oh
truth.
my
Yeah.
God.
Yes.
So, Miss
Yes.
Miss Lane, how do you know that you're financially well? Because you said
Yeah.
before that you had your stuff together, at least you thought, but you were missing pieces. So, how do you know you're financially well?
Well, there's, like I said, through the education, what I do is, for most of the women that attend my seminars or any of my clients that I sit down with,
Mhm.
I do an assessment. I do what we call a financial needs analysis.
Yeah.
Mm.
And what that does is it helps me to assess their current financial situation. So it's going to give us a true picture of where you stand as of today. And
Mhm.
then based on your financial goals and the things that you're wanting to accomplish, it's going to show us what we need to do in order to reach those areas or those goals. And so the first thing I'm going to say is we got to face it before we
Yeah.
can
Right.
fix it, right? And so a lot of times people are embarrassed of their situation, and they think like, I don't want anyone to see this, or I don't want them to know I don't
Yeah.
have it,
Yeah.
but we can't fix it if we don't face it. So
Yes,
we
absolutely.
gotta face it.
Say it.
And so that's just taking in the day and times that we're in right now, no one can continue to hide. I
Mhm.
think we're seeing, with this new, administration right now, that we have to look and see where we are and take a real picture and fix some things and make sure that we're on track in the different areas of our finances. Because as we see, people are losing their jobs. People are, grocery prices are going up. People can't afford
Yes.
food. So you
Mhm.
have to know where you are, and you have to know how to fix it, but you got to face it. And so that's basically, how we're able to do that.
Mhm. Okay, so now, excuse me. In this coaching, you do it uh, for individuals and businesses.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I do personal, I do businesses. Like I said, I grew my business a lot through seminars. I just love sharing. And so the seminar platform has just worked for me, and
Mhm.
I'm able to reach the masses. So I really enjoy doing the seminars. So but yes, I work with businesses. I come in and, I educate employees for small businesses, large businesses, so,
Mhm.
and then, like I said, the individuals, a lot of people that I sit down, my clients, they will refer other people, to me, because when you're good at what you do, people will refer. So that
Yes.
is how I've been able to stay in business for 22 years
Yeah.
today, So but yes, I help businesses, small business, large
Mhm.
businesses, as well as individuals.
Okay. So can you let the book break give the book breakers a heads up when you do in
Yeah,
your
we need.
seminar?
Yes.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Like I said, my next event is going to be March the 8th,
Mhm.
12 p.m.
All right.
And so I can definitely, I believe Tish has the copy of the flyer that I put
Okay.
out this week. So I could definitely share it with you. And,
All right.
if you
Absolutely.
want to
Absolutely.
be able to share with anyone that's listening that may be
We'll share it with
interested.
my husband.
Yeah.
When he
I
comes.
know where he comes.
Yes, yes, yes. So, but yes, definitely we'll let you know.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome.
Yes, amazing. What are some downfalls in people's life when it comes to being financially independent? And what are some necessary steps people need to achieve when dealing with their finances?
Wow.
Oh, good question. Okay. That's a two-parter. So in terms of let me get that right. You said the first part was what should they know?
Yeah, what are some of the downfalls in people's life that they don't deal with?
Right.
Mhm.
So one is overspending.
Oh,
Oh,
woo, Jesus.
Jesus.
Don't step on my feet now, girl.
Yeah, yeah. So the one thing I find is that I come in to find money, and I understand that most people say, I don't have any money to save. I don't have any money to do this, but they do. It's just
Right.
how they are
Yes.
prioritizing what they
Mm-hmm.
do with the money. So the first thing is that one downfall is we have to learn how to live within our means,
Yes.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Help me, Jesus.
Unfortunately, in our culture, I will say, a lot of times we gotta have the latest, the best,
Mm,
the most expensive, the name brand. And we have to learn that I'm not saying you can't have those things, but
Yes.
we have to learn how to prioritize.
yes, exactly.
So it may not be, that you can't have it. It just may be not now,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We might gotta wait a little bit because we gotta pay this bill, or we may need to, take care of
Mm-hmm.
putting this money aside in case, making sure I have an emergency fund in the
Yeah.
event I lose my job, or something
Mm,
happens with the
yes.
refrigerator goes up or something, right? And start to learn how to live that cash life
Mm-hmm.
instead of that credit life,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
right?
Yes,
So that
absolutely.
we
Oh my
can make sure we got cash on hand to
yeah.
take care of those things versus having to go to a credit card to pay for those things.
God. All
So
right.
that's one of
Oh,
the biggest downfalls I will say that I see mostly is that most people just aren't prioritizing and they're overspending with money that they really don't have.
mm-hmm.
We see that a lot, don't we?
Right. And what was that last part?
Oh, the last part was and what are some necessary steps to achieve when dealing
Mm-hmm.
with your finances?
So, like I said, the first thing is just having a plan, getting a
Mm,
plan in
Yes.
place, right?
exactly. Mm-hmm.
This is the perfect time of the year to get your plan in place. Like a lot of people's New Year resolution is, was that I'm gonna, get out of debt. This is every
Mm-hmm.
year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every year we start off, I'm gonna get out of debt. I'm gonna save some money, right?
That's the first thing.
And
Yes.
then last year when the new year comes in, it's the same thing. And it's like a revolving thing that each year is
Mm,
just like habit that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. But most people don't
right.
have a plan. And the
Mm,
reality is that if we don't have a plan, how is it gonna happen? So we
exactly.
gotta write it down. We gotta make it plain, right? The word
Yes,
teaches us we
yes.
gotta make it plain. So we gotta write it down and we gotta have a plan on how are we gonna execute
Mm-hmm.
accomplishing these financial goals and dreams that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that would
Yes.
be the first step is get a plan. And that's where
Yes.
I come in.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, to help see what it looks like. Because
Yeah.
you're just talking and saying, I like that. I like that one. That one. Write it down. I write down a lot of stuff. You need to see what it looks like
Yeah.
Yeah,
and to know that you can accomplish it. Set
yeah,
it little goal by goal. I like that. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And you know what's true too? My grandmother always told me as a little girl, always
Mhm.
have money aside except for a rainy day. And I don't
Yeah.
think this lady, she always worried me. But now it's so true because you always supposed to have something in place
Always.
because emergency happens what?
Mhm.
Anytime. And they don't
Anytime.
just call
That's
your name, they
why
just
It
it's so
come.
doesn't.
emergency.
Knock on your
Yes.
door.
That's exactly why it's called an emergency. Because they're gonna
Exactly.
happen. It's not even a matter of
Yeah.
if, it's just a matter of when.
Mhm. Exactly. Oh my God. Oh my, Miss Kimberly, that is some awesome, awesome information. So, how can anyone who wants to, sit under your services
Yes.
or classes or be coached about their finances, how can they reach you?
Okay, so well, I am on Instagram
Okay.
as Kimberly the Money Coach. So they can reach me there. And then as far as that would probably be the best way. I
Mhm.
don't know all of the audience, but that would probably be one of the best ways is to reach me on Instagram. They can DM me, to be able to reach me. And then I also, my email is Kimberly the Money Coach at gmail.com as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
So that's another means of being able to reach me. And I'm very good at getting back right away, with people. I don't have them sitting out there,
Mhm.
just waiting, waiting, waiting. I will definitely follow up right away to get in contact and set an appointment up with them.
All right, now, audience, you hear that? The
Yes.
book breakers are going to get their financial wellness checkup.
Oh yes. We're gonna
Yes.
get a checkup. We're gonna be there bi-weekly, monthly. The thing we're gonna do
Oh
it this
my
time. We're
Yes,
gonna
God.
do it.
it's so true. It's so important because every year comes in, we have an
Yes.
annual, doctor's appointment, dentist
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
appointment, all
Mm-hmm.
of these annual checkups. But how many of us ever schedule a annual financial checkup?
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's just as important as any of the other things.
Yes. Awesome.
And yes, Miss Kimberly, do you plan on writing a book about financial wealth?
Oh, hey, come on.
Oh, you giving me some ideas?
Yes.
Why not, right?
All
But
right now.
I never really even thought of that yet. That hasn't dropped in my spirit yet, but why not, right? Why
Hey.
not?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. I'll have to tap into you all to lead me in the right direction with that.
Yes. The publisher over
Oh
here.
my God.
Yes, yes,
I'm the
yes.
author, but she the publisher.
Oh God.
Ghostwriter, right?
Yeah.
Ghostwriter.
All
And
right.
I'm sorry, Miss Kimberly, what are some awards and achievements you have won or achieved during your career?
Oh, wow. A lot.
Oh,
A lot.
okay now.
Yes, a lot of recognition for my production in terms of, helping the families that I've
Yeah.
helped,
Awesome.
being recognized at different, organizations,
That's
churches,
awesome.
for giving back,
Mm.
and then just being able to speak at big events and, different leadership classes and things like that, getting recognition for that. So those are some of the most important ones, for me. I have a lot of goals going into 2025
Right.
Yes.
that I
Mm-hmm.
very big goals of recognition and things that I am striving towards this year. So definitely looking to take it to even another level of recognition and being able to be recognized for some of the things that I'm going to do this year.
All right.
Yes.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
Mm.
So many new things coming and new
Yeah,
projects.
yes,
That's
yes, yes.
it. No, so Miss Kimberly. Oh, that's noise
Oh, okay.
outside.
I'm sorry. I had one more question.
We're not done yet.
Oh, you're not done? Oh, okay, I'm
No,
sorry.
I was just getting ready to do the countdown and let her know.
Okay.
It's up. Then, Tisha, last question.
I'm sorry. Oh, yes, Miss Kimberly. What are some hobbies you enjoy on your free time?
Free time.
In my free time, I like
You got free time.
I see your hair looking real nice over
Yes,
there.
it is.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
I do like to get my hair done. I like to get my nails done. I
Oh.
like going to the movies.
Oh.
I like going out to eat. I love going out to eat.
Yeah,
That's
you
one
should
of my
call us
favorite.
up one day.
Yeah, we have to do that. That sounds like a
Yes.
date. Sounds like a date. Yes, but I love traveling. Yeah, I
Mm,
just love doing those things, spending time with family.
yes.
I have only one parent left, my mom. I lost my dad in 2020, so spent a lot of time traveling, taking my mom different places. So those are some of the most important things that I
Mhm.
enjoy. I work a lot. I have
We
a
know.
lot of
Yes.
goals. Like I said, really, really important goals I'm striving for this year. And so I've committed to put my head down this year. I took a lot of time off last year. Especially the end of the year. I don't think I worked for 3 months. I took a 3-month vacation,
Oh my
right?
God.
Okay.
And so
Wonderful.
it's catch up time now, so
Hey.
I definitely this year coming in this first quarter, just putting
Mhm.
my head down and just really getting work done and striving towards these goals that I have for this year.
Ooh, awesome, awesome, awesome.
Oh, oh, go
What?
ahead. I want to say one more thing. I just want to give a shout out to Tavia Kufi from God's Way Festival
Oh,
because that's
yes.
where we met you from, and
Exactly.
Exactly.
that's why
Yes.
networking is so important.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Very
absolutely.
important. Very, I
Mhm.
wouldn't be in business without networking.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. So, Miss Lane, it has been an honor and a pleasure. Now, I got my mental notes that I need for me and our
Yes.
businesses. Um, it has been a pleasure having you on our podcast. We appreciate you. We thank you so much for
You want to
being
slide over
here.
so you can show our banner real quick?
I
Girl,
love
please.
it.
I just
Yes. I love it. Yes.
thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, God, we appreciate you. And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit with us and
Yes.
share your wealth of information. I'm sure other people got some things because, like I said, I made my mental notes. So
Yes.
you be
Yes.
saying the book breakers.
Yes. We're gonna make our appointment today.
Yes. Well, I thank you all. I count it an honor and a privilege to anytime that I am having a platform to speak to
Yes.
anyone. So I don't take it for granted. As I said, I totally appreciate you all for inviting me on. And I just
You're
hope that
welcome.
something that I said or shared will, plant a seed in someone's life. And I'm here to help make it water,
Yes.
for anyone that, get in contact with me. I would love to work with you and
Yes.
help you reach your financial goals in 2025.
Woohoo! Come
So
Oh,
on,
we
Jesus.
yes.
starting off our kickoff is step into it in
All right
2025.
now.
So we're
Step
gonna
into
be
it. We're
stepping
stepping.
into it
How
in
you step into it, boy? How you step?
2025.
Put your foot. We're
Yeah.
stepping. Hello. Hmm. All
Yeah.
right. So, for our listening audience, we thank you for being with
Yes.
us. We can't do it without you. Much love to you again, Miss Kimberly Lane. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Much
you.
love.
Thank
Um,
you.
mm. Again, I am Barbie Johnson.
And I am Miss Tisha Winkler.
We are the Book Breakers, and our motto here is we encourage you to accomplish your dreams.
Keep dreaming. Thank you, Miss Kimberly Lane.
All right. Have a good one. Thank
Bye
you.
bye. You
Good
too.
night.